I don't want ghost story time. Fine. Whatever. All right. Let's see. I do want mirror though. Can I have mirror, not the chips? Oh my god, I hate when the world does that. I don't want the oh my god, I don't. Oh, I can eat these chips at least. Ah, there we go. There's the mirror. Oh, oh, that's weird. Ah, it's fine. It's facing this way. Okay, so I got my. I got a fidget spinner. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's the mirror, so we can do that. Okay. Move my camera so it's not in the way. Okay, you give me the thumbs up, and I'll start creepy story number 2. Oh, I was recording already. Okay. Um. Okay, this is recent. I want to say. I mean, well, okay, it's not that recent. I want to say like 2000. I don't know if it was 2000. It might have like 2018, 2019. It might have been 2018. I think it was 2018. I saw it. All right, so I was still working at Dairy Queen, and this is one of the nights. So it's just me and fidget spinner. It was just me and the one manager, and he was like, "Do you need a ride home?" I was like, "No, I'll walk home. It's cool." So as I'm walking home, it's past midnight. It was on a mischief night, so Halloween was the next day. So woohoo! So as I'm walking down the one road to get to my neighborhood, on the right side of the road, let's see if I can doodle this. So let's say how the road goes like this, right? And then on this side, this is the entrance to my neighborhood. Oh god, why does the pens do that? They all thicken. That's ugh, I don't like it anymore. So this is the entrance to my neighborhood, and then the road will continue and go into a turn, right? Let's see. So the road goes like that and does a turn. I don't like how these pens kind of thicken like that. But anyway, so it goes right. That's the entrance, and then right around here at the turn, because if you keep going down that way, it goes to a middle school where I live. But right here in the curve, there's like some bushes right here, and then a street lamp is right there. And right under the street lamp, it was kind of darkish, but right under the street lamp, it was a really tall, skinny, gangly looking, shadowy doohickey. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a tall, creepy looking, beastly of a thing. And my first my first thought was, it's mischief night. That's probably some kid in a really elaborate costume. It's kind of cool actually. Now that I'm looking at it. But once I made a scuffle sound with my shoe on the concrete, it looked at me. And again, this thing was pretty big. It was at least 8 feet tall. It was pretty up there. It was a pretty tall looking thing. It looked at me, and then something that was like 8 feet tall, whatever, wishes underneath the bushes. So it was like really quick too, and it freaked me out because when it looked at me, I can see the eyes. Like, and now when you put like a LED light on an animal, you can see the eye lens, like the light up of the eyes. This thing's eyes were blood beet red, but I can still see a lens of like an animal. So it looked at me, but then went under the bushes, right? So here, I'm gonna try my best to draw what I saw, because these pens are kind of poopy. Let me get some space over here real quick. Okay. So it had. See if it'll let me, because these markers get thick. So I had like a pointed head. Let's see, it went back. And had long arms. And had 3 really long fingers. Oh god, it's already getting thick. I could see. Like, I mean, it was dark, but I did see like you can see like what's it called? Your spine. I can see the spinal cord. Let's see, skinny. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get a little bit of a description. Oh, God, it's really hard. Okay, anyway, it had like a cone head pointed like that. Like the back of the head was pointed. The front of the head was also kind of pointed looking down. It had a longer front limbs.
What the fuck?
And with the 3 fingers, like it looked like it walked on its knuckles, but one finger was reaching out to touch something when I was looking at it. That's why I kind of drew the one thing sticking out. It was really skinny. I could kind of see like a rib cage, kind of like it was really malnourished. The lower limbs of the hind legs were like slightly digitigrated, but they were shorter than the front, so it was hunched over. And it had like, let's see, this thing won't let me. I guess it's gonna be thick anyways, but oh geez, okay, made it too big. But yeah, but basically it had really big red, not that big, but it had big red eyes. And you know, it's I'm not gonna lie, it scared the ever living out of me. And as soon as I saw it and it whooshed under the bushes, I immediately pulled out my phone and I called the restaurant. I was like, yo, Adam, hey, I don't know if we got aliens in this neighborhood or whatever, but I just saw something freaky as crap, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna draw it for you because I ain't gonna forget this thing. And he's like, all right, is everything's okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna let you know when I get home. But this thing was huge and really creepy. So after that night, you know, I want to say maybe like a year and a half or like 2 years later, because again, I saw this freaky thing in a 5-year time period. So 2 years pass. I'm hanging out with 2 of my friends. One of them is also hypersensitive like me, which actually you met them. They're in VR. Dev, which has the fallback avatars or whatever. The other person that was hanging out, yeah, him. So Dev is also hypersensitive like me. So I was hanging out with Dev, and I was hanging out with the other person that we were talking about, Wolf, also, you know, the one that has this really bad speech impediment. So I was hanging out with those 2 this time, and we went to a back trail area, which, if I go back to this situation here, the road, the back trail's actually back here in back in that direction is woods, really big wooded area, and there's back trails that go behind the school. We were actually walking on this dirt trail that's in the backwood area, and it's kind of flat, it's spread out. There's some telephone wires, you know, the telephone electrical poles, whatever, and then the forest. So as we're walking, we're nearing this section of the area because we had to go to my neighborhood to get there. As we're getting close to this area where I saw the creepy thing, and again, mind you, we're in the woods now. As we're walking, my friend Dev goes, "Fox, I don't feel right. Can we go back?" And as soon as they said that they didn't feel okay, they got the shivers and stuff like that, I seen the damn thing again. But this time I was on all fours, running over a hill into the woods, like away from us. So it was in the facility where we were. And again, this thing's huge, so it could attack. It probably could have attacked us if it wanted to, but this thing's freakily crawling over a hill into trees, and I'm like, yeah, we can head back. Let's just walk fast though. And my friend Deb goes, "What do you mean? What's wrong?" And I was like, No. I'll tell you when we get back to the neighborhood. Get back to the neighborhood, and I explained to them, that's the thing I saw again. It was in the woods with us. It was probably following behind, but it headed into the woods. So of course Deb was like, "I knew I had a bad feeling." I was like, "Yeah, you had the bad feeling. I saw the thing you had the bad feeling about." So yeah, I got something creepy living in the backwoods where I live.
You had the bad feeling? I saw
and
the
no
bad
lie.
feeling.
Yeah, no lie. I really want a night vision camera, and I used to take night walks in the woods. I don't go in the woods anymore because of that thing, but I kind of want to try and find it again. I probably shouldn't, but I want to. I have this feeling where I want to.
See, now here's the thing.
It's going to turn me into a cannibal. It's probably a Wendigo.
One thing you should do is that you could like set up cameras in the woods, like by yourself.
Yeah, no, people
Like, just set up camera.
They're gonna find the camera and probably break it. Kinda. It was like
like during the evening.
Yeah, dark and kind of getting dark. It's like the sun was still up when we were walking back there.
Hmm.
So it's like the twilight zone, you know, where the sun's barely going down. Yeah, so it was kind of dark out, but I can still make out the thing. Trust me, and the way
This
it
one is
moves,
full of creepy creatures.
it's like, since it's so freaking skinny. It can go between the trees. That's what freaked me out when I saw it crawling on all four. Because again, it's got disproportionate body structure. That's why I'm like it's not a deer. It's not some weirdo playing in a costume. Because the way it moves, I can't. It's hard to describe. It's animalistic and possible the way it moves, but not for a person in a costume. This is a creepy thing in my woods. And I keep trying to find out what it is. I'm describing it the best I can to people, and they're like, "Oh, it's a Wendigo," and I'm like, "I don't think it is." "Oh, it's a gray," and I'm like, "Ah." And they're like, "Oh, it's a rake." I'm like, "No, no, I don't think it's any of those things. It could be just a weird shadow thing for all I know." You know? I don't. Yeah, like the Jersey Devil. Yeah, I know. It's people just try to tell me all these different things it could be, like, oh, the skinwalker, and I'm like, who knows? I don't know what it is. I just know it's creepy as hell. And if I can get on camera, oh, there we go. I get that proof. But then again, I want to see it, but I don't want to. It's like, oh hell yeah! Like again, I want to see it again, but I don't want to see it again because it's negative. I always get a bad feeling when the first time I saw it. Yeah, I had the shivers because when
Imagine getting like a head camera, like you have a camera strapped to your head.
Oh, your GoPro.
And what you see the camera sees. Yeah, you keep it on you at like 24 hours a day.
Oh,
you know. Then if you think you don't capture anything, just delete that 24 hours of footage. You know.
Hell, if we lived close together and you like to go to those old places and take pictures and stuff like that, yeah. If I was living next to you, hell yeah, bring me along.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
No,
So imagine
I know what you
wear a
mean.
headband like all day, like, and then throughout the day, if you don't see anything, just delete the footage that you have on that camera. Just delete it.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
You record it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got
like,
that.
you know,
I'm just saying something different,
your
though.
everyday life, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but no, I was talking about something completely different. I'm talking about if we were living close together, me and you actually hang out, and you take me to those places where you found abandoned and stuff like that. You take pictures of. And since I'm a hypersensitive, if I get those weird feelings, I can tell you if those places are haunted or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I can tell. You want one more? You want one more? I can do a quick one. It's a quick one because actually,